Okay, so today we are checking out the E50. We're out here in Malinovka. There's a bunch of scouts, so there should be not too much camping at least, but you really cannot avoid camping on Malinovka, to be honest. So here really quickly right out the bat I get spotted, so I quickly tried to go the other way, and I was looking at the other side and hit this object accidentally. But so before much actual action starts, let me just say some things about the E50. What is this tank anyway? The E50 is basically a Tiger II hull with its special turret and gun, with an engine that allows it to go with like 60 kilometers per hour. So it's an extremely heavy tank, and and it can go real fast. Up the hill, it doesn't go that fast. Oh, we make a nice critical shot, and boom! 1 point of assistance. Now that's XP right there. Anyway, that was stupid. It has the Tiger II hull, which means that it has pretty decent armor. Like the upper hull is pretty good, like when you're pushing someone, and if they auto aim real quick and shoot you and don't bother to shoot lower plate, it's very likely gonna bounce. It can side scrape really well. It can do a lot with its armor, and it can go really fast, relocate positions quickly. So that's two very good things. Oh yes, and a bonus to this armor is you can ram the absolute hell out of people with this tank. If you go down a hill at 50 to 60 kilometers per hour and you ram someone, that is like a medium tank. You don't ram heavy tanks with this, but I guess you can anyway. So you're gonna do very profitable ramming damage, we could say. So I'm really trying to push this hill right now. We noted that the VK is coming up. I'm a bit scared of that. That thing's got a good gun. And you gotta watch out, because the turret, on the other hand, is not that good. I mean, the turret is, you know, it is sloped at the sides, but the front is just flat 185 millimeters of armor. So if you're in a close range combat, people are gonna be able to easily shoot your cheeks right next to the gun and pen you very easily. And the cupola is a bit of a weak point as well. So this IS-3 comes out of nowhere, is here to help me. He's not hesitating a single bit. I get hit by artillery. Well, hit, not really damaged. Something to point out, this gun is insanely accurate. I think this is the most accurate tier 9 medium. Probably. I didn't do my statistic work really, but I'm pretty sure it's the most accurate tier 9 medium. And it's in the most accurate, it's at the top most accurate tanks in the game. It is very high as well, so take note. You can really snipe with this. I think it has 0.29 accuracy, around there, depending on what you put in the tank. So right now you can see I'm loading HE. I noticed this IS-3 is taking apart the VK, but not as successfully. I go for the cupola because the cupola is a bit weaker, but it does 0 damage. The VK manages to take out the IS-3, and now I just go straight on, go for the tracking shot, boom, 69 damage with the HE shot, and I start loading AP. But I realize, look at the T-30. The T-30 is at 12 hit points. So what I do is I start loading HE again. and I'm gonna try to take out this T-30. Here, he hits my track. See, nice side scraping here by me. I don't have the repair kit, but I do have a nice repair kit, so I repair fairly quickly. I go back, and I take out the T-30 with HE. There's no way that would pen. I'm pretty sure that hit like the turret or something. And I was like, surprised it even did 12 damage, although it is 105 millimeter. 105 millimeter is still a pretty good caliber for HE shells, but it could have happened the same as with the VK before. So here we find the Tiger 2. I'm not sure what I was actually aiming there. I'm trying to hit his cupola now, which could very possibly happen with this accuracy. And I just didn't want to expose too much of my tank, as I'm expecting tank destroyers to be at the back in the forest there. So I had enough of this bouncing BS. I just loaded an HE shell and just shoot it in the middle of his turret. 150 damage, easy money, and the object takes out the Tiger 2. But as I was saying, yes, this gun is very accurate. But I would say the one of the very not many things that this tank does not do well is penetration. It has 220 millimeters of pen. That is okay around in the good part of penetration for tier 8. And have that penetration in tier 9, it's not gonna do that well sometimes. As you can see, you could see how the armor works out really nicely with this tank.
Why you bullying
this
me?
UDES still has a shot into me. So I angle a little bit, and because the reason why I didn't go hide on the left there is because I thought the object might be in those trees there. But I see he's not. So I feel safe going forward here to save myself from the UDES. But yeah, penetration on this gun, really not the strength. And by the way, we make a sneak shot into the object right here. The previous gun, by the way, do not free XP this top gun, because it feels really cool to have 390 alpha, but the other 88 millimeter that you get before from the Panther 2, you have 223 pen, which is great, but that thing has insane DPM. So you have better. One might argue that this is the worse gun than the 88 millimeter, because the 88 has a bit better pen and better rate of fire, better DPM. It has absolutely insane DPM. Like if you go sort on like tanks GG or something, sort tanks by DPM, just like with accuracy, this tank is gonna be really high, but with the 88 millimeter. I remember before I got the Top Gun, it is insane. You can just lock down enemies, keep them locked down, and just putting 240 alpha in them. But it does feel a bit weak at certain points to have 240 alpha at tier 9 against like tier 9 and tier 10 tanks. So I really feel like the 105mm with 390 alpha does a bit better. It feels very comfortable, even though statistic wise it's not even that good. And the other bad thing about the tank is, I guess, that it's really big and the camo is not that good. It's still not really bad. I think I currently have 15% when moving and like 22 when staying still, or something like that, which is still okay. Now the Waffen trigger gets annihilated by pretty much, I believe, every enemy. He got shot by every enemy, and the enemy artillery drowns, so that's a nice bonus. Okay, so we start spotting them now. and I didn't get a shot into the object, but that doesn't matter. So all of a sudden, T-49 right here. I'm kind of confused how that one didn't go in. So I don't get really any damage here, so it's kind of triggered. But I quickly hit hit the object here and get a bunch of assistance, tracking assistance. We get like 1.2k tracking assistance, and we're up to 1.666 assistance overall. So yes, up 4k damage combined. A nice round for the E50. I mean, it's a really nice tank. It is. I like the E50, and it's really fun with how fast it is, and especially ramming is absolutely hilarious. If you get to ram someone, just go for it, because it's really funny. But that's pretty much it. This tank is really nice.